is something like the Arab Spring happening in Southeast Asia. In Nepal, there have been protests that started on Monday, and they're calling them the Gen Z protests.
The government was suppressing us, with all the corruption going around. We didn't have any opportunity for the employment.
It began when the government decided to restrict social media platforms. And in just one day, 19 people were killed. The protesters set fire to the Prime Minister's house. The government reversed its decision, and shortly afterwards, the Prime Minister ultimately resigned from his position. This is the third major popular uprising in Southeast Asia. In Sri Lanka in 2022, the protest toppled the president. And in Bangladesh in 2024, last year, massive protests forced the Prime Minister to resign and flee the country. And there is a very common and significant factor. Most of these public demonstrations were carried out primarily by young people. In the Middle East and Southeast Asia, more than half of their populations are under 30 years old. That's hundreds of millions of young people. But how are these young people organizing themselves? Twitter, which is now X, has become old news. These days, young people are starting revolutions on any server on the internet, even gaming servers like Discord, for example, which offer them a certain level of privacy. It's clear that this generation has become a real political force. They take to the streets, protest, and are even able to change government.
We are going to make our country literally beautiful in every aspect.
This reminded me of the 2018 revolution, when young people took to the streets in huge numbers to start a revolution that ultimately overthrew Omar al-Bashir, who has been in power for 30 years. Tell me, do you think Generation Z can actually bring about real change?